What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So I want to explain the shocking reason why people in a specific industry are actually quitting their jobs. And it's a very tough situation to be in because right now there are more than 10 million open positions currently in the United States. That's a lot. Well, reports are actually indicating that this number is likely to go up, and you're probably going to be shocked as to the reason why this one specific industry is getting hit fairly hard. Now, what's the industry? The industry is the restaurant industry, but I want to explain why, and it has nothing to do with shortages. Now, yes, this is up there. This is one of the reasons why, but it's not the reason why I want to say, or I want to address what's actually going on. This is more of a financial issue, and I want to explain what's happening. Currently, there's more than 11 million people that work in the restaurant industry. There's a lot of people. And with people not worried about COVID as much as they used to in the past, with workers coming back with some of these slight improvements to our supply chain, you would honestly think that the industry is really strong. But that's not really the case, and it's because of the economy and the American people. Let me explain what's going on. It is actually estimated that about 50% of Americans will eat out at least 3 times per week. And let me know down in the comment section below. How many times do you eat out every single week? For my family personally, we usually eat out about 3, maybe 4 times per week, especially over the summer when my kids are at home, my wife is always here, right? And so there's always times where we're going out for lunch or potentially even dinner. So if 50% of Americans are eating out at least 3 times per week, that's a staggering 166 million plus people. And out of those 166 million plus people, roughly 90 million people eat at a restaurant at least once per week. And again, let me know, do you eat out at least 1 time per week? Let me know down in the comment section below. For my family and I, no, we don't. We usually do not eat out every single week. Maybe once or every 2 months we eat out 1 time. That is it. Now, here's the real shocking figure. The average bill comes out to about $75 each time. That's a decent amount of money, about $300 per month. Now, that's a decent amount of money spent within the restaurant industry, but why are workers quitting? If people are going in, why are they quitting? Now, if you thought, well, it's probably their wages, well, you're partially correct. It's actually their tips. It's not their wages, it's their tips. Because according to a report, Americans are tipping less and less money as more are actually worried about, and more worried now than ever before, about a potential recession. Normally, the amount that you're supposed to tip is 20%. You have a $100 bill, that you are paying for, you would pay $120 because you pay 20% on top of your bill. Well, recent studies have shown that everybody doesn't do this. Families with a higher income, they usually tip a little bit more, and they tip about 75% of the time, they're tipping 20%. Those that are making under $80,000 but over $40,000 are tipping 20%, typically about 65% of the time. And those that make less than $40,000 per year will tip 20% about 40% of the time, but not always. Okay, this isn't always. Also, Gen Z is the worst tipper, followed by millennials. Okay, the younger crowd is a little more frugal when it comes to tipping. Now, why? Why is this? And why is this such a big deal? Well, according to multiple reports, the reason why people are tipping less is because their bank account balance is going down. That's what the report says. But if you read into these, if you look between the lines, that's not really the main factor. Yes, people's accounts are going down. They're not able to save as much money. But why is that? It's because of inflation. Inflation is to blame for this. In a recent survey, restaurant goers were asked why they tipped the amount that they did. Some were very honest. They said they tipped less because that's the amount that they always pay. Keep this in mind. you go to a restaurant. It doesn't matter what the restaurant is. You go there and let's say it's $100. Great. So you pay $120. Well, what if that was back in 2020 and even 2021? And now fast forward to today, 2022 or June 26, 2022. Well, what if that same bill that normally costs you $100 now costs you $120 or let's say $115, right? 15% inflation. Well, if, and again, that based on this study, that this person would pay or this family would pay $120, which would be a $5 tip, all because that is exactly what they used to pay. Now, when the restaurant decided to raise prices, right, this cuts into the wait staff's tips, according to multiple reports. Because, and again, whether this is fair or not, let me know down in the comment section below whether you think this is fair or not, but this is what's happening. People are tipping less because, well, that's exactly what I used to pay. And it's not about what the current bill is, it's what they used to pay. If they went to Olive Garden, they went to Applebee's, they went to Red Lobster, it doesn't matter where you go, but it's hurting the restaurant industry. Now, and again, I asked you whether or not this is fair because many workers think that it's really unfair that a customer is blaming them for higher prices. They were not the ones that set the prices on the menu. And as a result, these workers are beginning to look for new work and simply quitting the industry. Now, why is this such a big deal? This is such a big deal because we are coming into the summer months. What happens when we come into the summer months? Well, many families go on vacation. They eat out a little bit more. Well, that could be a problem. If you go to your favorite restaurant, just understand the restaurant might be short-staffed. And this could actually be part of the reason why you're having to wait even longer, right? Prices could go up even higher, or your restaurant, your favorite restaurant, might simply shut down. So, it's just a little warning that this is one of the reasons why many of these workers are quitting. Yes, we are seeing some quit because the restaurant can't keep the restaurant goers' favorite items on the menu. They changed it all. The prices increased. Tips are coming down. It's harder to get into work, or they're worried about COVID coming back. These are all issues. So just keep in mind, the restaurant industry could be hit very hard, especially over this summer. So, as always, as I know more, I promise, I'll come back on and share all latest news and updates. Again, just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.